Real Madrid take down Barcelona 2-1 at home. This is the first time Xabi Alonso's Real Madrid has defeated a top-tier team beyond the Champions League quarterfinals. In the previous two encounters against teams of this level, PSG and Atletico Madrid, Real Madrid suffered heavy defeats. But this match, Xabi Alonso showed something new. One of the biggest changes? Xabi Alonso finally lets go of his obsession with high-possession football. In this match, Real Madrid only have 32% possession. And the back line isn't pushed as high as in earlier games, and the defense doesn't depend entirely on the two centre-backs sprinting back or making desperate tackles. And yet, the chances come flooding in. Real only score twice, but their expected goals? A massive 3.63, plus 4 big chances, way ahead of their opponents. That tells the story. Efficiency over control. Vertical, direct, and deadly. Here's a crazy stat. Real Madrid complete only 275 passes throughout the game, but still have nearly 80 passes into the final third. That ratio is high. What does it tell us? Simple, Madrid aren't wasting time. Their whole attacking plan after winning the ball is clear: don't get dragged into a midfield battle with Barça. The idea? Try to get it straight to Vinicius or Mbappé through direct passes. One moment sums it up perfectly. Right at the start, after a Barça corner, Valverde picks up the ball, surges forward, and fires a pinpoint pass to Vini Jr., who's absolutely flying today. He wins a penalty, or so we think. VAR says no. Defensively, Xabi Alonso sticks with a back four on paper, but in practice? It's a bit more flexible. At times, you see Camavinga drop into the backline, forming a temporary back five to protect the right side. Why? Simple, to deal with Barcelona's most dangerous area, the left flank. Between Balde's overlapping runs and Rashford's direct threat cutting in, that side is where Barça want to hurt you. And Xabi Alonso clearly spots it early. In the opening minutes, Bellingham starts wide right, while Camavinga stays more central. But by the 16th minute, Camavinga shifts over. When Balde pushes up, Camavinga slides wide to cover. It almost feels like a fluid 5-3-2 at times, with Valverde specifically tracking Rashford's movements. The result? Barcelona's left side threat gets neutralized. Xabi Alonso sets a trap, and it works. Beyond his defensive work, Camavinga has performed well in attack. He is my MVP of the match. Running, pressing, carrying the ball, holding off pressure, he brings energy, grit, and power all at once. Honestly, he's the only player on the pitch for Madrid who checks all 4 of those boxes in one role. And the interesting part? He hasn't played as a right-sided wide player in ages, not since the Ancelotti days back in early 2024. We've already covered Camavinga's contributions in defense. Here are the attacking roles he played for the team in this match. First, stretching the width. At the 20-minute mark, you can clearly see what he brings. Barca's in a compact 4-2-3-1 shape, 3 tight lines. As Bellingham picks the ball up in midfield, Camavinga's already bursting down the right, attracting the attention of Barca's left back and left centre back. That clever run draws the focus of defenders from Mbappé to ghost in from the blind side. Perfectly timed, onside, and bang, a clinical finish. Second, ball security and press resistance. Fast forward to the 47th minute. Madrid are pressing high, and Barca are pinned to the touchline. Every passing lane is shut down, even the fullback's outlet is blocked off by Tchouaméni. The turnover's coming, it's only a matter of time. Camavinga picks it up near the sideline, does a slick drag back under pressure, and feeds Bellingham inside. Jude drives into the box and earns a penalty, which Mbappé unfortunately can't convert. Third, linking the build-up. Even in the first phase of play, Camavinga gives Madrid something they badly lacked last season against Barca, a reliable outlet down the right who can switch the play back across. It adds layers to Real Madrid's attacking structure. Now let's talk about one of the more controversial decisions made by Xabi Alonso. He gives Arda Güler a pretty big role tonight, dropping deep into central midfield to receive and recycle possession in the build-up. But honestly, it feels like too much, too soon. This isn't just any match, it's a high-level knockout game, and Arda Güler looks a bit out of his depth. He's not comfortable on his weaker foot, and central midfield, especially in the deeper zones, is the hardest place on the pitch to receive and make quick decisions. And you could see it coming. On the turnover that leads to the goal, Madrid are just starting to build from the back. Their idea is to bypass the middle and hit the flanks quickly, but this setup leaving Arda Güler isolated in the center. He loses the ball, and it's costly. From a tactical selection point of view, this feels like the kind of role Dani Ceballos could have handled much better, more experienced, more composed under pressure. So yeah, the Arda Güler experiment in this one didn't quite work out. The second big question mark in Xabi Alonso's decisions, taking off Vinicius Jr. in the 70th minute. Let's be honest, Vini is by far Madrid's most dangerous player in this game. Every time the ball gets to his feet, something happens. He's confident, composed, and just doesn't lose the ball, no matter who's marking him. Take that moment in the 42nd minute. Vini stuck on the left in a 1v2, still finds space to float in a cross. And look at what follows. Militao, Mbappé, Bellingham, even Olsen all crash the box. Militao out-jumps Balde to flick it on, and Bellingham buries it at the far post. Textbook. And here's the thing, by the second half, Mbappé's clearly fading. Meanwhile, Vini is still sharp, still stretching the pitch, still dragging defenders wide. So why take him off? After Vini leaves the pitch, Barca's right side looks alive. Koundé starts pushing forward more frequently and comes close to changing the scoreline. In the final stages of the match, Real Madrid are pinned back, with hardly any outlets up front, players like Vini, for example, to relieve the pressure. That's a huge problem. And honestly, I don't think Xabi Alonso handles that sub well. All in all, Xabi Alonso shows real courage with his changes in this game. Compared to that painful away loss to Atletico back in late September, this version of Madrid feels more grounded, more pragmatic. And here's the key, against high-pressing, high-energy teams like Barça or PSG, as long as Madrid match the intensity, stay aggressive, stay sharp, they've got nothing to fear. Xabi Alonso puts together a smart, effective plan for this type of opponent. That's a big step forward. But the question is this Xabi Alonso turning the page permanently? Will he now move away from that ultra-aggressive, all-out attacking style we've seen before, where only two centre-backs are left at the back? Hard to say. Another big test is just around the corner, an away trip to Liverpool. Tough place, tough team, and another battle that demands balance. Let's see how Real Madrid perform in the games to come. Finally, if you got any thoughts on the game, feel free to share in the comments. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch you in the next one.